Here again with another Breaking Bad Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Breaking Bad, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you that are wondering, I've seen Breaking Bad many times, probably 10 times I think, so join me and the man, the myth, the legend, Crazy Coffee Man in the comments section to discuss this awesome and amazing show. With that in mind, this will be Breaking Bad Season 3, Episode 11. The title of this episode is called Abiquiu. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watch the episode. So we start off with Jesse and Jane. Something that happened before that we hadn't seen yet. They're looking at a picture from Georgia O'Keeffe. It's like a bunch of doors. And then Jane talks about Georgia O'Keeffe having pictures with a lot of vaginas. Something that looks like vaginas. And of course Jesse likes all that. And Jesse doesn't get why someone would paint a picture of a door over and over again. And then the universe took her to a door and she got obsessed with it. And she had to paint it over and over and over again. And then Jesse kisses Jane. And then Jane, this is in the car, Jane puts her cigarette in the ashtray. So that's our Jane, our last appearance of Jane in Breaking Bad. Fitting. So physical therapy time for Hank has begun. Marie says pain is weakness. Hank is struggling at the moment. Marie gives Skyler the first bill. Batch cooking time for Walt and Jesse, with Walt watching Jesse like a hawk. Jesse says it's bullshit and just say it. Just say the words. You think I'm stealing. You are stealing, Jesse. That's why he knows. Walt's not dumb. So Jesse goes to the NA meeting, also attended by Peter and Brandon, otherwise known as Skinny Pete and Badger. There's a character named Andrea that also attends this meeting, and she honestly doesn't want to be there. Jesse tells Badger and Skinny he doesn't have a lot of product, so Badger and Skinny aren't selling that much as these people are trying to better themselves. Badger and Skinny have the right idea. Jesse's out of his mind right now with this stuff. So Jesse says he'll show them exactly how easy it is. Jesse talks to Andrea and says that he doesn't want to be here either. Junior is happy to find out his father is coming over for dinner, and Junior's happy to be driving by himself soon. It's the law, Junior says. He wants them to think about what kind of car they're going to buy him. I'm not a big fan of Walter Jr. And just, he was saying to his dad, why don't you just die? And now he wants him to buy a car for him. Maybe that's when he thought he was going to die, and now right now he's in good health for now. So, I don't know, but Junior is just one of my least favorite characters of all time for any TV show. Skyler wants to table the discussion for later, and Skyler says her and Walt need to talk about something, and Walter Jr. leaves, or Junior, and then Skyler questions who's Walt's guy that's setting all these things up in motion for him to get stuff. And then Walt asks Skyler if she really wants to know. And Walt takes Skyler to see Saul Goodman. Skyler tells Saul she has some concerns. And Skyler's a bookkeeper, so she knows what money laundering is. Saul finds out that the gambling idea thing was Skyler's idea, in fact. And Saul says the gambling will be a seed for an investment for laser tag. And Skyler asks Saul if he even knows Walt very well. Saul says he's been doing this for a long time without her help, so thank you for stopping by. Jesse is now making out with Andrea. That was quick. Unbuttoning her top. Okay, we could have gone a little bit further with that, but they didn't. Jesse talks about fighting the urge not to use, and then Jesse asks Andrea about trying that blue stuff going around. Jesse says he can get some. Brock and Andrea's grandmother, I believe it was her grandma, arrive, and she's not very happy. Brock gets introduced to Jesse, and Jesse says Brock is a cool name. Brock is almost 6 years old, and Andrea asks if he's okay with kids. And then time for Brock to go play. by Jesse, Brock says. And Walt tells Skyler his involvement in this is ongoing now. He's on a contract of sorts, and he simply can't quit anymore. Skyler says, if you're going to launder money, Walt, at least do it right. Skyler has stopped by Bogdan's car wash, and it's a story that people will believe, as he worked here for a long time. This is what we buy, not laser tag. Badger and Skinny Pete, or Brandon and Peter, want to know if Jesse has done the deed yet. And Jesse has dinner with Brock and Andrea at Taco Sal's. Or Sal's, I should say, not Saul's. Jesse shows Brock a magic trick that has to do with science and shit. Brock brings up Tomas, who's Andrea's kid brother, but we don't talk about him. And then Walt tells Saul about the car wash thing. Saul says the story won't work because there's no Danny. Danny will look the other way to keep his dream afloat. Jesse and Andrea are in bed. Just got done really getting to know each other. Well, that was really quick. And Andrea says if you have any, we can do some. So she wants some of that blue that Jesse was discussing with her. And then, so she's going to do that. And then Jesse asks Andrea, what kind of mother are you? And that really pisses Andrea off. You're going to come to my house and judge me? And then Andrea talks about her younger brother, Tomas. She doesn't want to end up like him. She'll die first. And she says something that lets Jesse know that Tomas was the one that killed Combo. Marie goes to visit Hank. Guess what? Lets Hank know he's going to be released at the end of the week. And Hank wants to be in the hospital. He doesn't want to leave the hospital. And Marie says he's getting stronger every day. And Marie got Hank a hospital bed, and Hank doesn't want it. He says he'll leave the hospital when he walks out of the door. Walt tells Skyler about the whole Danny thing, that we don't have a Danny, and Skyler says that she'll be the Danny, and Walt says that's not a good idea. And then Skyler mentions that she never got around to filing the divorce papers. Married couples don't have to testify against each other in court. And then the phone in the lab rings. It's intervention. Wow. It's an invitation. Gus has invited Walt over for dinner. I said intervention. That's interesting. And Gus wants Walt to help him finish cooking the food. Walt wonders why Gus invited him over. And Gus wants to help Walt avoid mistakes. He has some advice for Walt. Never make the same mistake twice. Now, from what I get out of this, Gus knows Jesse's stealing from the lab, and he's trying to let Walter know, this is not good. You're going to get in trouble because of this. I think. I'm not 100% sure, though. And then Jesse goes to where Combo was killed. He confirms who Tomas is. He tells him he wants some crystal, 300 for a teenth. Two men pull up in a car, take Jesse's money and leave, and then Tomas gives Jesse the teenth, tells him to bounce. And then Jesse looks pissed to end this episode of Breaking Bad. So while this is a good episode, I felt it was kind of boring. They're stalling until the finale. And even this season, there's been a couple good episodes like that 1 minute episode with Hank and the Salamanca twins. But other than that, I think this is the first time I'm about to say that season 2 is better than season 3. All good seasons, but 2 I think is better than 3. But I'm going to score the episode a 7.8 out of 10. And as far as the characters of the episode go, Jesse, Walt, we'll go with Jesse for this one. And for the ladies, I'm going to go with Skyler, because Skyler is actually highly intelligent when it comes to this world, it seems. So, you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, or El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please Hulk smash that like button. It doesn't take long, and it does help out the channel quite a bit. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section to talk to me and Crazy Coffee Man about this episode of Breaking Bad, or anything Breaking Bad related, but not the last season of Better Call Saul, because the man, the myth, the legend, Crazy Coffee Man has yet to see that. But let me know what you think. Let me know your score. Let me know your characters of the episode, or if you just want to do one character, that's fine. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.